Hello, welcome to section 4, React Containers and Components. In this section, we'll take a closer look at React Containers and React Components. We'll build our blogging app codenamed Albion. In this, we'll build our own WYSIWYG rich text editor. You heard that right. We'll be building our own text editor from scratch using React and JavaScript. This app will make use of a backend Node.js service, enabling us to save our post content, to list the articles, to search for an article, and to edit and update an article. Although Node.js is beyond the scope of this video course, you will be getting the source code for this backend service. And finally, we'll jazz up our Albion app using some CSS. Welcome to video 4.1, where we'll build our text editor React component. We'll take a close look at what containers and components mean and what architecture choices we have when building our app. And then we'll start off by writing our text editor component. Everything is a React component. Yes, technically, everything is a component. You can think of a container as a placeholder, as a parent for your child components. A container does the job of fetching data, updating data, maintaining its state. You can group together components which are similar, which do a similar job into a single container, which makes it easy to maintain your application data and state. This is the architecture of our app. You'll see that we have an app container, we have a header component. We then have our editor container. The container will consist of multiple components. Right now, the editor consists of the toolbar, where we will have our buttons to manipulate our rich text, and our input, where we type in our text. As we progress, we will be adding more components into our editor container. Remember, technically everything is a component, but use containers and components to design and maintain your app. Let's take a look at the app. Okay, here we have Albion version 1.0, which is pretty simple, but as we progress in this section, we are going to be adding buttons to the toolbar component, and you can see the input is ready to type in text. Let's have a look at the source code. Inside the source src, you'll see we have containers and components. We have our app editor. We have our header component, and our editor container consists of our toolbar and our input. Let's have a quick look at our app, which is simple in that it renders our header and our editor React components. Whoa, did I say components? They are containers for us. Remember, don't get mixed up. Just use containers as a abstraction. Let's look at our header, which is pretty simple. Our editor is again rendering the toolbar and the actual input. Our toolbar has nothing right now, but we will be adding buttons in here in the next video. And our editor input is again a div. Quick note about the editor. We are using a div to type in text. We are not using a text area input. This is how you can create a rich text editor from scratch. We need to use a div with the content editable attribute set to true. This way you are able to type content into your text area.